Hey guys, my name is 17 here, Dominic, and I know this reads a little late considering the movie's already been out for almost a week now. At first I wasn't planning to Google this movie, I just kind of picked it up, kind of spur of the moment type thing. I heard a lot of reviews about this movie, and some I really thought were strange, but maybe so. But I want to set the record straight and kind of maybe give you a different viewpoint of the film. Water for Elephants. And this film I heard had terrible acting, it was overall a bad movie. Definitely overrated. This movie, honestly, those reviews are terribly off in this film. This film is probably one of the most underrated movies of this year. I heard nothing but bad reviews about this film, and it really wasn't all that big. And I feel this movie is very underrated, considering the acting in it was spectacular. You have Reese Witherspoon and Chris Waltz, who are Academy Award winners. So right there, it's got to tell you something. And I was kind of hazed by the bad reviews it got, and how people said it was like lucky casting and stuff. But I was like, I don't know, maybe. But I mean, Reese Witherspoon always occurs as an actress. I think she does great in all of her films. And I don't know if you've seen her film Walk the Line, which actually won her Academy Award. I thought she did a spectacular job in that film. And I actually looked a little bit more than that. I remember it took like 4 years to have film. I don't remember. I was reading up on that. It took like 4 years for that film to be made, and how Reese Witherspoon, I think, originally wasn't the first person to be cast for the film and watch other stuff to portray the role. But I thought she did good in Walk the Line. I thought she did a great in this job too. And then Chris Waltz, who played in Inglourious Basterds, I thought he did a great job of that movie. I think he did a great job in this movie too. I mean, I like them both as like actors. And I don't see how you see bad acting in this movie at all. Even Robert Pattinson, who I like as an actor a lot, all of the films I've seen of his, I've liked. A lot of people had a lot of people were bad mouthing his role in Remember Me. I liked him a lot in Remember Me. There's only one scene where I can say, in Remember Me, whereas I would say that his acting might have effectively not been as good as it could have been in one scene. And one scene I'm talking about, this is a spoiler if you haven't seen that movie, is the one scene where he's in the office and he's arguing with his dad, and he's trying to express his anger towards how his daughter, not his daughter, his sister, who is the father's daughter, thinks that he's trying to avoid her and not spend time with her. That was the only scene where I feel like his anger scene was kind of like maybe a second or two, like too much of a pause before he goes on to say his next line. That's the only thing I'd have to tediously pick at that entire movie. That's the only thing where I was kind of hesitant about. But in every movie I've seen of his, I liked him a lot. And even the Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire film, I liked him a lot in that movie too. And in this movie, he does a spectacular job acting. This has an all-star cast in my opinion. Robert Pattinson, Reese Witherspoon, and Chris Waltz all do a good job in this film. I don't see what they were talking about. It definitely has a very good story to it. It kind of plays off, it starts off kind of like The Notebook. Robert Pattinson's character is an old person, old man, and it kind of plays back as a flashback telling the story. And that's not a spoiler because that's like with the opening scene. And it really doesn't tell you much, and it just says, that's how the movie starts out. It's him, just an old person, telling back what happened of the story, and how it plays out, because he's like standing in the middle of a parking lot to the circus, and he missed the circus, and it was at night, it was early that day, and he's just kind of like standing in the parking lot, and that's when they pull him inside of the rain, and they start talking, and that's when the flashback starts. And that's the opening scene, so it's not a spoiler. But I feel like his acting in this film was amazing. Along with Reese Witherspoon and Christian Waltz acting. It had a few scenes where I had to say the cinematography was amazing. These few scenes, I don't want to say anything about these few scenes, but like they had a wide shot and the cinematography was just amazingly good. In like 3 or 4 scenes, I just thought the cinematography was so well done in this film. Overall, I liked the cinematography in the movie, but there's a few scenes that really like kind of just came on at you. It was just like an amazing job that I feel I really should talk about how well the cinematographer did with this film. Now, I thought it was very well directed. It was very smooth. I felt that it was a very well paced film. The love story was it kind of reminded me of a few, not remind me of other films, but it had a good feel to it. And honestly, this is an unpredictable film. Very good. And they said this is actually quoted over the back, one of the year's most ravishing romantic films of the year. And I have to say, it's definitely the most romantic films of the year. So this is definitely a great film. I feel that the reviews were totally off in the film, and actually almost disencouraged me to even watch the film. So, if I ever reviewing this film, to sum up all of it over time of the amazing acting, a great direction of the film, and I have to say it was very well written, and how the characters behind between each. And one last comment with the acting. I feel like Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon had good chemistry, and there's a few scenes where you can really feel the good chemistry between them, but there are a few scenes where you don't. But overall, I thought they did a very good job with the chemistry amongst the two, and the chemistry amongst all the characters. So I can't see why people say this was a bad movie. The acting was bad at all. So overall, amongst the great acting, the great directing, and the amazing cinematography, the cinematography in the few scenes that really, overall the cinematography was good, but there's a few scenes where it really, really blew me away, and it was just like, wow, because these are a few scenes where it was so astonishing. So I'd really like to point that out, and you're probably not gonna, you might not see it, you might see it, I'm not too sure. So overall, I'm gonna give this one 9 out of 10 stars, simply because the combination of all of it put together, and it was seriously something I did not expect this movie at all. Like, I did not expect this movie to be this good, or did I expect the ending, or anything, because it's not predictable at all. It's something ravishing and new, in my opinion. So I'd definitely say check this film out, 9 out of 10 stars. So as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to your comments below what you thought of this video and what you think of this movie. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time.